When a storm hits, the power grid fails, or shelves run empty, it isn't always the families with expensive gear who come out safest. Time and again, we've seen everyday households survive the toughest moments, not because they had military rations or $1,000 generators, but because they knew how to use the simple, overlooked items already in their homes. This video is especially for retirees living on a fixed income, large families stretching every dollar at Walmart, Aldi, Sam's, or Costco, and young students trying to save money. Because the truth is, survival doesn't always mean spending more. It means preparing smarter with what you already have. Today, I'll show you 9 ordinary products that can become life-saving tools in the next blackout, flood, or winter storm. Some cost less than a cup of coffee, yet they can protect your family, stretch your supplies, and even help you stay visible when chaos surrounds you. These aren't theories. They're real strategies people have used in America's toughest emergencies. So let's dive in and see how these overlooked items can turn from junk drawer clutter into the very things that keep your household safe when disaster strikes. Item 1, reflective safety vests. When chaos hits, whether it's a car stalled on a dark highway during evacuation or walking home through a blackout, visibility can mean the difference between safety and danger. That's where reflective safety vests come in. These lightweight, fluorescent vests, often worn by road crews, are one of the cheapest but most effective survival tools you can buy. Imagine you're guiding your kids across a dark street after a storm. Without a vest, you're just another shadow. With it, drivers see you hundreds of feet away. During the Balkan floods of 2014, volunteers credited reflective vests for preventing multiple accidents and making stranded families easier to spot by rescue boats in heavy rain. They're not just about being seen by cars. In community emergencies, color-coded vests help organize roles. One color for medical helpers, another for supply runners, another for those handling safety. In the confusion of a crisis, this simple system saves time and stress. The best part? You can pick up a vest for just a few dollars at Walmart or a home improvement store, and it fits easily in your glove box or backpack. For families watching every penny, that's peace of mind at a bargain price. When your visibility equals your safety, this $5 vest is worth more than any high-tech gadget. Item 2, old toothbrushes. Most of us toss out old toothbrushes without a second thought, but in a survival situation, these small tools can be lifesavers. Their strength lies in precision cleaning, something that becomes essential when your gear, cookware, or even wounds need attention and water is limited. Picture this. After a storm, your camp stove or lantern is caked with mud and grit. A stiff toothbrush can scrub the dirt out of tiny grooves, keeping your gear working instead of breaking down when you need it most. Hunters and farmers have used them to clear rust from metal tools, while campers know they're perfect for cleaning out bottle caps and cooking pans. Their usefulness goes beyond equipment. In emergency shelters, aid workers have repurposed, sterilized toothbrushes to clean around fingernails and small wounds, helping prevent infections that can turn deadly when medical care is hours away. Even something as simple as brushing your teeth can lift morale, freshen breath, and prevent painful dental issues during long outages. They also double as tiny applicators. A toothbrush can spread lubricants, rust inhibitors, or even fire-starting gel exactly where it's needed without wasting supplies. And since they weigh almost nothing, tossing a few into your emergency kit costs you nothing. Saving what most people throw away can give your family a cleaner, safer edge when crisis strikes. Item 3, plastic wrap, thin, clear, and usually forgotten in a kitchen drawer. Plastic wrap is one of the most versatile survival tools you can have. Its biggest strength is creating a quick waterproof barrier, something that becomes critical during floods, blackouts, and/or winter storms. During the aftermath of hurricanes, families who had a roll of wrap on hand kept valuables like matches, phones, and important documents dry. A tightly wrapped flashlight or lighter means you can count on it even after heavy rain. In first aid, placing plastic wrap over a clean bandage keeps wounds sealed from dirt and moisture until proper treatment is available. Paramedics have even used it in the field to stabilize chest injuries, buying precious time. Plastic wrap can also insulate. Layer it across drafty windows and it traps air, helping your home stay warmer in freezing temperatures. In summer, placing it outside makeshift shelters helps block rain while still letting in light. For food, it's a shield against dust, insects, or contamination when refrigeration isn't available. Wrapping bowls or utensils can even cut down on washing when water is scarce. A single roll costs only a few dollars, lasts for years, and takes almost no space in a kit. In a crisis, that thin sheet of plastic might be the barrier between spoiled supplies and survival security. Item 4. Bath mugs. Plastic dippers. When water becomes the most precious resource, control and precision matter more than anything else. Bath mugs, also known as plastic dippers, may look like nothing more than a cheap bathroom item, but in a crisis, they become one of the smartest ways to ration water. Imagine trying to pour drinking water directly from a 5-gallon bucket. You'll waste more than you use. A bath mug allows you to measure exactly what each person gets for drinking, cooking, or washing. Aid workers in drought-hit areas often hand out dippers alongside water rations for this very reason. They help families stretch limited supplies further. They're also perfect for collecting water in shallow places where larger containers won't fit. You can scoop from a puddle, a rain catchment, or a small stream and transfer every drop into a larger container without spilling. For hygiene, they make bucket showers possible, letting you stay clean while conserving water. Because they're made of durable plastic, they won't rust, break, or add much weight to your emergency kit. And they're stackable, meaning you can store several without taking up valuable space. Costing just a few dollars, this overlooked tool can give your household the water discipline needed to survive a long outage. Item 5. Empty glass candle jars. Most of us toss candle jars once the wax burns out, but in an emergency, these heat-resistant containers can become some of the most valuable multi-purpose tools you own. Their durability is unmatched. Unlike thinner glass, they're designed to handle heat, which makes them safe for holding boiling liquids, soups, or stews. Families during Northeast blackouts repurposed old jars to store both hot and dry foods, keeping them safe from moisture and pests. The wide mouth makes scooping easy, while a tight lid, or even a homemade wax seal, can preserve food for days without refrigeration. Lighting is another overlooked use. Fill a clean jar with vegetable oil, drop in a wick, and you have a homemade oil lamp that burns for hours. The thick glass shields the flame from drafts, making it safer for indoor or outdoor use. These jars also work as waterproof storage for matches, batteries, or small electronics. In flood-prone areas, sealing the lid with wax keeps contents nearly watertight. Beyond function, there's the comfort factor. When the power is out and stress is high, a jar lamp creates light and a sense of normalcy. Best of all, they're essentially free. Saving what most people throw away could mean having sturdy, reusable containers when you need them most. Item 6. Tin can lids. The moment most people open a can of soup or beans, the lid goes straight into the trash. But in survival situations, those flat pieces of metal can be surprisingly powerful tools. Their sharp edges can serve as improvised cutting blades, sharp enough to slice through rope, fabric, or small plant stems. With a little effort, rubbing the edge on a rock can sharpen it further, giving you a makeshift knife when no other option is available. Tin can lids also shine as signaling devices. Their reflective surfaces catch sunlight and can be used much like a signal mirror. In forested areas or after urban collapses, hanging a lid from string where it can swing in the wind makes it more visible to search teams. Even in cloudy weather, that flash of light could mean rescue instead of being overlooked. In cooking, lids act as spatulas, mini griddles, or pot covers, while in repairs, they can patch holes in buckets, roofing, or even water containers. With duct tape or wire, they transform from trash into reliable repair material. Strung together, multiple lids create a rattling perimeter alarm to alert you of movement around your camp. Lightweight, rust-resistant, and free, saving tin can lids is an easy habit that can deliver big returns when supply chains break down. Item 7. Spray paint. Spray paint may seem like something reserved for home projects, but in emergencies, it doubles as one of the most versatile communication tools. In the 2017 California wildfires, residents and rescue teams used bright spray paint to mark safe exits, warn of danger zones, and signal for help, all with just a few quick sprays. Its survival value comes from visibility. Fluorescent colors like orange or neon yellow stand out against almost any surface. By mercy, a large arrow or SOS painted on pavement or a rooftop is visible from the air, dramatically increasing chances of being spotted by helicopters or drones. Closer to home, spray paint helps neighbors communicate without cell towers or internet. A mark on a door can indicate safe, needs help, or stay out. Rescue teams already use such codes to avoid confusion during chaotic searches. In family settings, you can quickly label supplies, mark storage containers, or even camouflage reflective surfaces on gear when privacy is critical. For added utility, spray paint can waterproof certain materials or reinforce gear by adding a protective coat. It's affordable, lightweight, and comes in multi-packs, so you can store both high visibility and darker tones. When everything else fails, a can of spray paint gives you the power to send a loud, clear message without saying a word. Item 8, rope making tool. Rope is one of the most useful items in any survival kit, but even a strong rope eventually frays, breaks, or gets lost. That's when a rope making tool becomes priceless. With just scraps of fabric, old fishing line, or strips of plastic bags, you can twist together new, sturdy cordage capable of supporting serious weight. In flood-hit coastal villages, families use simple rope-making tools to build fishing nets, secure shelters, and even create lifelines for rescue missions. Farmers have relied on homemade ropes to tie livestock, bundle crops, and hang tools. Hunters use them to suspend game for cleaning, while campers string up tarps and hammocks. The versatility is endless. Tests have shown that rope made from torn bed sheets can hold over 200 pounds, more than enough for most household survival needs. Beyond practicality, rope carries barter value. In long emergencies, being able to trade strong cordage could earn your family food or fuel. Compact, affordable, and hand-powered rope-making tools take up little space and don't rely on electricity. For under $30, you're essentially buying the ability to create one of the survival's most essential resources anytime, anywhere. When stores close and supplies vanish, the skill to make your own rope is nothing short of life-saving. Item 9, paper lunch bags. Simple paper lunch bags might not look like much, but in the middle of a crisis, they're surprisingly versatile. Their first advantage is food storage. You can portion out dry goods, rice, beans, nuts, into individual bags, mark the date, and control rations more effectively than scooping from one big container. This prevents waste and ensures supplies last longer. They also make excellent fire starters. Lightweight and highly flammable, paper bags ignite quickly and burn long enough to light damp kindling. Pre-stuff them with dry leaves or shredded paper to create ready-to-use fire kits in your emergency stash. In wet conditions, paper bags double as drying containers for herbs, seeds, or small plants. Hang them in a shaded area, and the paper absorbs excess moisture, speeding the drying process. Medically, they're even used to help calm hyperventilation. Breathing slowly into a bag restores CO2 balance during panic or shock. On dusty days, covering food or utensils with a bag protects them from airborne grit. Cheap, biodegradable, and space-saving, a $2 pack of 50 bags can provide dozens of uses. For low-income families stocking up at Walmart or Aldi, it's one of the most affordable ways to add multi-purpose value to an emergency kit. Survival doesn't always come down to the biggest budget or the fanciest gear. Time and again, history shows that the families who make it through blackouts, floods, or storms with the least damage are the ones who know how to get creative with the simple items already at hand. A reflective vest that costs just a few dollars can make you visible on a dark road. A used candle jar can keep your food fresh or light your kitchen. Even something as ordinary as a paper lunch bag can keep a fire going or calm someone in shock. The truth is, you don't need to be a hardcore prepper or spend thousands to protect your loved ones. What you need is awareness and a little preparation. Pick up some of these overlooked tools on your next trip to Walmart, Costco, or Aldi. Save those candle jars instead of tossing them out. Start a small box in your home for these ordinary lifesavers. Remember, emergencies rarely announce themselves. The storm, the outage, the flood, they all come without warning. But taking one step today can be the reason your household stays safe tomorrow. Don't wait until shelves are empty or power lines are down. Prepare smart, stay ready, and keep your family secure.